Hey, what's up Aquamigos? Welcome to day 2 of installing my pond skimmer. My dad's out here helping me today. This is where we got to in my last video. We got the tunnel dug underneath the pond's retaining wall, coming out on the other side. And I'm pretty sure we'll get this done in this video, so let's go ahead and get started. My dad dug out the tunnel a little bit more on the inside of the pond because that's where we're going to be pouring the concrete. And while he was doing that, I laid out the fittings for the skimmer. So I kind of laid out our fittings and everything the way they need to be. As you can see, we have the skimmer right there. Then this 2-inch threaded PVC fitting will be attached to the bottom of that skimmer. We'll have the 2-inch PVC pipe leading to this 2-inch elbow, and then we'll have a 2-inch PVC pipe leading to this other 2-inch threaded PVC fitting. That will go into this flange like that. The pond liner will get sandwiched between the flange, and then we'll have another 2-inch threaded PVC fitting going into the other end of the flange with another PVC pipe leading out of the pond. We put some pieces of bender board down against the pond liner to help create some support for when we add the concrete, and then we removed the 3-inch PVC pipe from the tunnel and cut our 2-inch pipe to the relative length that we want it to be. We then needed to level the 2-inch pipe and get an idea for where it would sit so we could test fit the threaded PVC pipe and figure out where we were going to install the flange on the liner. We realized that we needed to drain the pond a little more so my dad could cut the hole in the liner. And once we did that, he traced the inside of the flange onto the liner and cut the circle out with an X-Acto knife. Guys, that is a nice hole that my dad just made. Jeez. Look at that Swiss precision. Oh yeah. Awesome, guys. Now we got to get this fitting through that hole. Connect up the PVC pipes. Now my dad is cleaning the inside and outside of the pond liner around the hole because we will be putting some adhesive in there. He also cleaned off one of our threaded fittings and put Teflon tape on the threads and screwed it onto the flange. This PVC fitting will be on the inside of the pond. We figured it would be easier to attach this fitting before we install the flange on the liner. The adhesive we will be using to help us get a watertight seal on the flange is called Lexel, and it's the same adhesive that we used when we installed the bottom drain. Aquadyne actually recommends that you use this adhesive for their bottom drains. We tightened the flange around the liner and got a pretty tight fit. Next, we applied some Aquarium Sealant, which is 100% silicone and fish safe, around the flange to ensure that we have a watertight seal. Alright guys, so big shout out to my dad for doing everything today. Check this out. We're going to just leave it like this for today so that the silicone has a chance to dry, and then tomorrow we'll come back and add the PVC fitting to the other side of the liner right down there, and then we'll pretty much be done. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright Aquamigos, it's time to finish up the skimmer. The silicone around our flange is completely dry now, so the next thing we need to do is we need to take this fitting, screw it to the inside part of the flange, then we need to attach our 2-inch PVC pipe to this end of this fitting, and then this 90-degree elbow on the other side of the 2-inch pipe, and then we'll go from there. My dad was on a mission. He started off by putting some Teflon tape on our PVC fitting, he cleaned the threading in the flange, and then screwed the PVC fitting into the flange. We were then ready to install the 2-inch pipe. The 3-inch pipe was holding its place, so we removed it, we cleaned the 2-inch pipe, put a bag over it so it wouldn't get dirty, and put it through the tunnel. My dad then glued the 2-inch pipe to the PVC fitting. My dad then did some more cleaning, and we made a rough estimate of how long we wanted the vertical pipe to be for the outside of the pond. And we taped a small level to the pipe so we could try to make it perfectly vertical. This probably isn't entirely necessary, but we figured we'd give it a try. Alright guys, I'm just going to give you a little update on where we're at. So on this pipe right here, the 2-inch pipe, it looks like we're going to need to trim a little bit more off so that we can have the 90-degree angle and the pipe coming straight up like this, like pretty much as close to the wall as we can get it. And we're going to have it coming up straight like this. So what we did is we actually taped our small level to the vertical pipe, just so that we can know that that pipe is coming straight up. And then over here, we pulled the liner back to where it's going to be. So if we look down here, our PVC fitting and flange is pretty much sitting at the point where it's going to be at, like once we fill the pond up with water and everything. And then we still need to backfill that and everything, but I just kind of wanted to explain what we're doing right here. And I do have some concrete. We are going to fill the inside of the tunnel with concrete, and that's going to like support the pipe so that the pond liner isn't actually supporting the weight of the skimmer. So yeah guys, let's continue. Alright guys, so next we're going to mix up and pour some concrete. We're going to pour concrete into the tunnel to support the pipe, and we're also going to pour concrete in here to kind of build this shelf up and kind of build up a little wall against the pond liner. And the purpose of this is to support the pipe coming out, because we don't want the flange to bear any of the weight, because that's just connected to the pond liner. The only thing supporting the pond skimmer is going to be the PVC pipes, and if something bumps or hits the skimmer, we want to make sure that it's supported by that concrete. Here's a look at the skimmer in case you haven't seen it, and there will be a 2-inch PVC pipe connected to the bottom of it. Alright guys, we're just checking really quick to make sure that everything's perfectly level. Oh, level fell down, let me put it back. If we take a look down there, we're basically perfectly level, which is what we want, because we want this PVC pipe to come out of here perfectly level so that the skimmer on top is perfectly level, because it has to be pretty much level at the surface of the water. We don't want it to come up at an angle. And now we should be good to start pouring concrete down there. We're also going to put some spare pond liner down there so that the concrete isn't going right up against the main pond liner, so just to make sure we don't get any leaks in the liner. We have a cinder block and some wood supporting the vertical pipe to make sure it doesn't move while we pour concrete, and we also have some pieces of bender board underneath the pipe keeping it level. My dad also created a little wall with the bender board to create a form for the concrete. Alright guys, so we can't do any more until that concrete dries. But as you can see here guys, this is what we have so far. We have the pipe completely supported by concrete. which is going to be a big part of supporting that skimmer. So yeah, we're going to have to come back for a third day to get the actual skimmer put in, and then that will be the skimmer complete. So I'm going to have to wait until at least tomorrow to get the actual skimmer in there, so I'll talk to you guys then. All right, Aquamigos, check it out. The concrete is all dry, and we can finish this up. So pretty much all we need to do now is attach a PVC pipe to that fitting right there, have a 90-degree angle on that pipe, have it come straight up, and attach it to our skimmer. The other thing is we do need to actually pack some dirt in here to kind of build up this shelf on the inside of the liner right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And my dad actually just took the bender board off the concrete right there. So yeah, we formed a nice little wall right there out of concrete. And what do you think? Are we gonna take this out or are we gonna leave it?
Either.
We could either take it out or we could cut them off. The thing is, guys, is I'm going to have to dig right here to have our settlement tank. So that's kind of why we have the pipe so far towards the wall. It's because this pipe and that pipe both need to enter the same settlement tank. But it's not a huge deal if we can't get those out. They'll come. They should come out though.
They come out,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Yeah, just fill that with some dirt. Yeah. All right, cool. The next pipe we are working on is the one that will stick out on the inside of the pond, and we made it as small as we could to give it more strength and keep the skimmer close to the wall. We glued our 90-degree elbow to it and taped a level to the top of it to ensure that we put it in level. Next, we had to measure out our vertical pipe. The instructions for the skimmer say that the skimmer should sit roughly 3 3/4 inches below the average water level, so we kind of had to estimate the water level while making our measurements. We glued this pipe to a threaded PVC fitting and left them to dry. We then started filling in some of the dirt that we had previously dug out, but then we decided to wait until we start filling in the pond with water again so we don't cause the pond liner to bulge out. Alright guys, so we're gonna call it a day right there. My dad was just saying we should wait just to make sure that that glue is like 100% dry, because that pipe is going to bear the weight of the skimmer. So we're going to wait until that completely dries, like probably until tomorrow, to make sure that completely dries before we attach the skimmer to the top of it. For today's Aquamigos shout out, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my dad. And he doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he does have a TikTok for our dog Rico. So his TikTok is Rico_Chihuahua. I'll go ahead and put it up here on the screen in case you want to check that out. And yeah, guys, that's gonna be just about it for this video. I would have loved to actually get the skimmer on there in this video, but this video is taking me so long. I need to just, I need to keep making videos. So anyways, guys, if you did like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. That would help me out so much. If you would like to see more of my pond build progress, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also that bell notifications button. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll put my handle right here, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Peace!